And we're back. Power Pellet Podcast, episode number 14. This is your co-host, Davench. Today is September 14th, 2014. It's a Sunday. Week number 2 in the NFL, baby. We big NFL fans. I'm here with my brother, also my official co-host, AkimboMerc. It's been a long time coming, baby. Look,
it has been the longest break in the world. You know, I feel like what's the show where the two dudes escape from Guantanamo Bay? Harold and Kumar escape from Guantanamo Bay. That's what this break has felt like, man. It's been a long time. Probably about what, a month, 6 weeks?
It's been a while. We're gonna call it an official summer break. Summer vacation. Look, just in case y'all were just interested, want to know a little behind the scenes. My schedule at work changed, so I'm on the night shift. So me and AkimboMerc, we opposite shifts.
On the night shift.
So the fact that it's a Sunday and we record, and the only reason we probably able to record is because the Bears are playing that night. So it's real good timing right now. So man, it's gonna be a shorter podcast than normal. Again, time constraints or whatever. So we probably just going to do this one as a Destiny special, just to kind of give not so much as a review, but just kind of just our thoughts on the game. And Merc had his hands on it a lot more than I had. I just been able to download it myself. Besides that, though, Merc, what has been in your system?
Due to time constraints, we're going to move your episode ahead. I love that, dog. Like, man, you got to miss 30 minutes of the movie. Man, Destiny, man, I went out and mortgaged everything. Let me tell you how I mortgaged everything to buy this game. So it's Tuesday, and I never pre-order games because I really don't care about the pre-order DLC. I think it's a scam. We've talked about that. And I know they're going to release it later at some point. So anyway, so Tuesday I'm sitting in my office. I'm like, all right, I know I'm buying Destiny. So that morning I grabbed my Legos Marvel, and I grabbed, Grand Theft Auto.
Wait. What was that last game?
Grand Theft Auto. The moment of silence for Grand Theft Auto.
So you gave a rib. That was like giving up a part of your body.
Yeah, I gave a rib up, right? But I had made the decision because I was like, the beta was great. I really want to play Destiny. So I'm sitting there in the office. I'm like, man, okay, let me see how much GameStop is going to give me. So I'll Google it. I'm like, oh, I'm up to like $40. This is real sweet because with the power trade,
I
had about $40. And so I'm like, man, I wonder what they give me for Black Ops. Just looking. They gave me another 22 on Black Ops. Cops $22. So I had called my wife. I was like, I need you to bring this video game up to the store. You know, bring a kid. I'll babysit a kid if you do that.
I will watch our kid for you.
I will watch our kids if you bring the video. So she brings the kid and forgets the video game. So I'm sitting in my office with my youngest, with my 3-year-old. I'm in my office with my 3-year-old.
You got the raw end of the deal, buddy.
For about an hour, and I still got to go home and pick up the game she forgot to bring, man. So anyway, I ended up getting like $62 for it. So I bought Destiny, and then I bought the last NCAA football. So I walked out of that, and he was like, "We still owe you 2 cents, sir." I'm like, "Just keep it." He was like, "I can't." So he was like, "I'm going to put it on your power card." I'm like, "Go for it." So I got 2 cents on my power card. That's how geeked I am, you know. But fast forward, I get home, it installed pretty fast. For it to be such a big game, it probably took about a good 20 minutes to install, if that. And I was very impressed with that, man.
That was like, because I on the PS3, it just does a chunk. It doesn't do the whole game, man. It kind of just did, so it can dual load off the disc and the hard drive, I think.
It was doing something crazy. Like it pulled something from the store, and then it was like 3 things. It
updated. It was an update.
Okay.
They had a day 1 update.
Yeah, and so, but again, in all, I say 20, 25 minutes is what it took to download and install, and that might be pushing it a little bit. But the game is tight. If you played the beta, the beginning of the game plays just like the beta. Couple of tweaks, couple of little extras there, but that's really it, man.
So you had your hands on it. You said you played about 2 good days. You got 2 good days of gameplay in. What was your first experience like turning it on and starting it and just kind of, because it's got to start different from the beta. So what was it like just diving in like one more time?
All right, so let me just go from the beginning. The first thing you do again is you build your avatar. now what's cool is if you play the beta, they brought your avatar in. If you still had that information on your system, they brought your avatar in and was like, boom, here, you don't even got to redo it. Use that same avatar. So,
cool.
But I ended up changing my avatar up a little bit. I ended up being a human instead of whatever the other classes where you could be.
Did you change your?
No.
Your class itself?
I stayed a hunter.
Okay.
I stayed a hunter. And they give you that choice in the beginning. Even with your avatar, you can choose what class you want to be. So I stayed a hunter. I like the hunter classes. The other ones don't really do much for me. What I mentioned the avatar because I think I texted you about this. I was very disappointed in the hair selection. And I know that sounds silly, but I didn't feel like they had a lot of choices as far as what I've seen in some other games as far as your hair selection. So take a game like Saints Row 4. You know, you have maybe 30 hair, different 30 hair. 30 selections you could choose from. So Destiny kind of fell short there. But anyway, fast forward, I got in the game. It plays just like the beta in the beginning where the ghost comes and wakes you up and, you know, you got to find a ship to get off the planet. First thing I noticed was, and my son noticed it too, he said, well, Dad, the graphics look a little bit better. I'm like,
right off top.
Right off top, they looked a little bit cleaner, a little crisper.
That's always a good start,
and
right
with
there.
him noticing it, was like, okay, he really paying attention.
Yeah.
The controls felt tight. Even with my janky controller.
Put the wrench and they snugged them up, huh?
They felt real tight, dog. Like this is real responsive. There's no lag and none of this. This is real tight. In fact, it almost felt like too tight. I had to go in there and adjust my left and right up and down because I'm like, I'm real tight. And that was impressive.
It's always a good thing when you have to loosen the controls up a little bit. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So it felt real tight. So, gosh, man, I don't really know what to say. I don't want to give too much of the game away. I can say that if you played the beta, you're really going to go through that experience again. And part of that kind of took a little bit of that excitement away from me, which is kind of like, okay, I've been and I did this. And I was reading some other people on forums saying the same thing. Well, I've done this in the beta. And I was hoping that they would switch it up a little bit and kind of give you a different flavor. But they really don't. So it does take a little bit of that wow factor away from the game for me. So
just that breathtaking opening.
Yes. Yeah.
Kind of you reliving the experience that you just did not a very short time ago.
Right.
Not like playing the game for the second time after you beat it. And
and when you play a new game, you look for a new game to excite you, to wow you, to kind of leave you there with your jaw open and then you're drooling. You're like, oh, wow, that was so awesome. That part was missing.
Right.
That part was missing. So
with a game like this, though, it doesn't seem like the opening. I just did the opening right now. To me, and I'm gonna compare it to Borderlands. The opening doesn't have like Borderlands. You got that song, and it just ain't no rest for it. Was it?
Right.
Ain't no love. I don't know. I can't remember where to go, but I know what you're saying. But that Borderlands has just a really good theme song. It just jumps off, and then after that, it's just kind of you on your own. This one kind of did the slow bring you in. We'll do like the beta did, but that's okay. I mean, I don't mind that so much. I think it's more of the journey than anything else.
And I'm glad you touched on that, and I want to come back to that statement. But let's talk about this a bit. Let's beat up Destiny a little bit here. All right.
He ranting without ranting.
I'm ready now, baby.
I got a rant. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you some positive first. Destiny shipped over $500 million worth of games, highest first day total ever. So that's impressive. All the money that they put into it, they made back on day one.
Right.
That right out the door is impressive. That means you did something good. You either did your advertising good, your beta was good. You're presenting something that's not necessarily groundbreaking, but it's new enough that people are interested. And I think the game market is real slow right now, so you didn't wait till Christmas. So you got in a real good time.
It's like top of September, perfect.
Yeah. School started, so you got your college kids with a little extra money. They picked a good time to release this game. They didn't go up against nobody. Can you tell me any other games that came out this past week?
NHL. That's it.
But that's not even an A. That's a sports.
Right. That's that counter programming.
Right. Yeah. So, but so yeah, that's some good things about Destiny. We talked about the good patrols. We talked about the graphics. But let me hit on some of the negative. Well, some of the things that I've been reading about, and it's just noticeable when you play other games, the presentation of the game, the story of the game is huge. Destiny is lacking that. Destiny is their story is boring.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna be straightforward about it. It's a boring story, man, and partly because you have to go out to another form of media to read the story with these little cards or whatever that they give you to keep up. And to me, that is taken away from the experience. What have you heard anything about this?
I think why the story is boring is because how many supporting characters can you count on your hands? Wow,
you got Ghost, you got the little dudes you meet in Tower, then there's you. You're right.
Right. So the whole game, it's more of a point and shoot. Go here, collect that. Borderlands, you have these, like, every area's got these big supporting characters, and they own personalities, and they all stand out really big. Again, this game is about the journey, and it's an online game, so it's meant to be played with you and at least one or more other people.
I'm glad you're bringing that point up. So that's another knock I have on Destiny. And I'm not going to knock it. I mean, because I'm a level 60, and I have a long way to go. I'm at the beginning of my journey, but here's some things I noticed again right off the bat. So I'm at the tower, and I'm looking for people to play with. Okay? So I'm looking around the city, and I got all these other online people running around, and I'm trying to figure out, how do I talk to these people? How do I interact with them? How do I invite them to start a fire team? And that's difficult to find out. You're kind of sitting there looking around like, somebody play with me. For an online game, I think that's kind of, they didn't think this process out enough for me. It should have been something where I could put my name on a list and say, I'm looking for a fire team, and maybe after 4 to 6 people join that team, whoever's the leader of that list, you can launch and play. That's what's missing for me.
So you can't. So basically, you're saying you cannot. If you're in the tower, can you open up like a invite and just accept random people, or how does that process work?
That's the problem. You can go and invite randoms, but you can't put yourself out there and say, I'm looking for a fire team. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. So I can walk up to you. Imagine yourself in the mall, right? You can't sit there and advertise yourself and say, I'm looking for a squad. Somebody play with me. No, you have to go up to each person and say, you want to be on my fire team? You want to be on my fire team? You want to be on my fire team? And you're almost like creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that makes sense.
It's like, hey, buddy, you want to come join my fire team?
Right. Hey, you want to be on my fire team? Yeah, so you're a little bit creepy, man. And that's what I felt. So I hope that's something that they fix. I think there should be some type of waiting list or whatever you want to call it. I think that will increase the experience even better. Or you know what else they could do, Jay?
Yeah.
Open mics.
I was listening to somebody else, and they told me right away, you don't have that.
No.
That's not something that's kind of sticking his head out, wanting you to.
You don't. Once you get a fire team started, your mics are open. But as far as being in the tower, I can't walk up to somebody and press R2 or R3 and talk to them. Again, you have to go through a menu.
Even if they could do like a close proximity, right? If you had a headset on, and then, the closer you got to them, the more they can hear you in your headset. So that way it's not everybody that's in the tower chatting at the same time. Maybe that's the reason why they didn't do it, just strictly for the tower. So I think, so you're saying when you're in the field, it's the same way. You don't.
Same way.
Now that's weird.
I still have to walk up to you and press R3 to get an option to say, hey, you want to be on my fire team? You want to be on my fire team? Or I got to go pull up the roster from a select menu and say, who's in the room? Right. Send them a random invite. And again, I understand that this is your journey, but I'm on this planet with 12 other people who have run around in this room. And I can't talk to them.
So have you been able to make a fire team? Did you get one put together?
Yeah, so I played with a couple people.
Did you join theirs or they joined you?
I had one person invite me, and then the other teams I invited them.
Okay.
So, which again, they got to do something about that. To me, it's killing the experience of this game. But it was pretty cool. One team was pretty cool, but the other team was really bad. And here's the other problem that you have. I joined 2 other players. They already had their mindset on what they were doing. So they were running around from here to there and here to there.
What were they doing? What did y'all do? Like a story mission?
Yeah, they were looking for missions, and then they were looting. But I walked onto that planet. I had goals to accomplish, things I wanted to get done.
Yeah.
But here I'm on their fire team, and I'm chasing them just to keep up and say, "Hey, we're friends. We're a fire team."
And
right?
Could you hear them? Did y'all?
I could hear them. Yeah,
okay.
I could hear them. I could talk to them and everything. But
so
again,
what did you? hey guys, wait for me.
It was like the little brother chasing the big brother. Just.
And what was they saying? Keep up.
They were saying, "Hey, Merc, come check this out. Hey, I know where Golden Box is," and that was cool. But I wanted to play the story and the game.
Got you. They were more, they were more build up, collect this, get that. Yeah. I mean, is it much to collect in the game so far?
That's another thing. So if you've played a game like Borderlands or even like Skyrim, you loot everything. There is loot everywhere. Borderlands is like trying to find the needle in a haystack.
Oh, you mean Destiny?
I'm sorry, Destiny.
And you just played Borderlands 2, so now you got a real solid comparison.
Let me tell you something. I didn't just play it. I've been playing Borderlands 2. I just bought DLC for Borderlands 2.
Which one? What'd you get? What'd you get?
I maxed out at 50, so I bought the 2 DLCs so I can max out at 72.
Wait, you went and you leveled up to level 50 on Borderlands 2?
I didn't say I did it the right way. I just said I leveled up.
Nah, I know how you could do it. So you beat the storyline, did all the little side missions? I
didn't beat the storyline like 3 times. No, but we were doing
So wait, you did...
Yeah, man.
Y'all gotta understand. I scraped and clawed and scratched and cried and prayed on it a couple times for this man to come join me and play with me on some Borderlands, because I keep telling him, dog, it's hot. Borderlands 2 is hot, man. Run with me. He ran with me till he got to like a level 2. He was like, I can't play this. I can't do this. I can't do this. So what did you get the free copy of Borderlands 2 when they released it on the PlayStation Plus?
Yes.
Yeah. And you dogged it. You ran through that game and you beat the game, you beat the story 3 times.
Can I explain?
You did the true so did you do the true Vault Hunter?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Didn't get no invite, didn't say, hey man, I know such and such, but look, just come play with me over here, man. I like this controller better. I ain't get none of that. I'm hearing this is the first time I'm hearing this.
Okay, can I explain? All right, so my buddy, my buddy Blue was like, let's play Borderlands. I'm like, all right. So I actually renewed my my PlayStation Plus account.
Yeah.
To get the game, reinstalled it because I had installed it before. Reinstalled it. Then I jumped in and I'm like a level 1. And she a level 72. I'm like, we can't play together, dog.
Oh, she took the update and everything. She been gaming hard.
And so what they did was, it was like 3 level 72s, a couple of OPs. They was like, just sit in the back. We're going to level you up. So a couple of days, man, I was up to level 50. And we just ran through the story over and over and over and over. Yeah. But getting back to Destiny,
you were on her side. I mean, one more question. You was on her side, so you was picking all the extra experience up right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. Money too. Let me tell you something. Maximum money out. $99 million.
Oh, that's easy. Here's 250. You give me 500,000 back. Don't save. Sign back in. Here's your 500,000.
No.
You give me $1 million.
We didn't
back.
do that. No.
Y'all didn't do the.
I did this from selling guns. Dog. Wow. $99 million. I had to stop at one point and give her $20 million so I could continue to get money from selling the guns that they were getting. Because some of their guns were worth $500,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Some of the stuff they were dropping, I would pick it up and sell it. It was $500,000, $300,000.
So you bought the deal. We got a couple minutes left. I'm curious about this now. This done took over for me for Destiny. What DLC did you end up getting? It's like 4 or 5 out there.
I only got the two that allowed you to get extra
The
level
level
up.
up. Okay.
Yeah, one allowed you to go to 61. The next one let you get to 62.
So you're an official Borderlands fan then?
Yeah, you know what?
Just be honest with yourself.
Borderlands is okay. I still think it's too many guns. And I'm gonna get back, and I want to kind of talk about Destiny and that too. Destiny has a lot of guns that are very similar.
Yeah, but this is stronger. It's nothing
that
else.
that are unnecessary.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I felt like, okay, Borderlands is way over the top.
Right.
Destiny has a lot of guns that are very similar. They look the same, but they're just unnecessary, and it get confusing. I'm sitting going through my menu like, you're 32, you're a burst, but you shoot it. I'm like, dude, just give me some guns, man. That could use. I don't know, man.
The Destiny. I'm on PS4 right now. I just started. Just picked up a gun. It looks better than the beta.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The lighting is a lot better than the beta.
Clearly, they cleaned it up for the beta, man. But this is a Destiny kind of a preview special, so let me just kind of get back to that. Talking about the guns, talking about the helmets and the armor. I see what they're doing. They almost touch on looting, but you can't say this is a game about looting. It's just, to me, it's not.
Yeah, there's no way.
No, there's not enough stuff out there for you to pick up. And you know what else was missing too from that you played in the beta, but I haven't experienced yet, was the events. So you could be on the planet playing, and like the aliens will come down and they're trying to loot something, and if you beat them or defend something for a certain amount of time, you get special points or a weapon.
Somebody said this weekend. I saw online this weekend that they were supposed to start kicking off with the events and stuff.
Yeah, so I haven't done those yet, but I'm gonna play a little bit more of it tonight when I get back. But that's really it, man.
Again, what I wish that they had, and I think we talked about it in the text, me, you, and Trigger Rick. I wish that they did what DC Universe would have did. Like, yeah, we on different consoles, but we still on the same network. I mean, it's the same concept with a PC. Your PC slow, my PC fast, but we could still play.
Right.
I think they should have allowed that with Destiny. I should be able to run with you, man. It's just,
Yeah.
numbers and codes and all that stuff. We should. I think that's more of a. Cause it's got to be a communication thing. I think, as far as like with the headsets, we can't talk and all that stuff. I think that's why. It's got to be a reason why they didn't include that, because this is a huge game, and I feel like why not have something like that? You know, that would allow people, who are just in different console generations to hook up and play.
I think, man, that would be such a great idea. But I'm trying to rattle my brain here, man, to think of anything else that I'm really missing as far as Destiny. Again, I'm only at level 6. Just to kind of give you an idea, I did get to the end of the beta. I think Davench actually got to the end of the beta as well. So I know there's a lot more game out there that I've yet to experience yet. But I will say that like games like Last of Us or like Battlefield 3 or even a Call of Duty, I would rush home to play those games. I am not rushing home to play Destiny. Destiny is not something that I'm thinking about at work that I'm like, man, I cannot wait to get home to play this game. There is something missing. If that's the way, there's something missing about this game as far as drawing it in.
How many people on your friends list has Destiny? Well,
most of my friends now are probably on the PS4.
Okay.
I got a couple I just met that have it, but not even that. I'm talking about the game itself. I could come home and play some of the other games and by myself and be cool with it. Destiny isn't calling to me like some of these other games are, and I think a lot of it has to do with the story. A lot of it, I'm not like caught up in the story. There's no Ellie for me to worry about. There's no Joel for me to play with. And so I'm hoping that they find a way to, and it's probably too late.
What about side stories? Are there like, while you out in the field, you see this guy and he like, look, I can get you this if you go run and do that?
Look, the only person talking to you is Ghost.
Man, that's a missed opportunity.
You're going to experience that when you're out there. So my thing is, if you could play this game with some friends, I think you have a much better experience with it. If you're playing the solo, it's going to be real. It's going to be a real lonely experience for you. It really is. So just something to think about. That's it, Jay. That's all I got. You got anything else?
Nah. Just a quick rant. I went and joined a Madden league on the Xbox One.
Boo.
Clean. Madden 15 is clean. And
is it even with the little dude?
and that's funny. That was a bug that they owned up to it, and then they made videos themselves about it and said enjoy the little guy until we updated and fixed it.
So you fix it.
That was cool.
Hey, embrace it, man. Embrace it. Shoot.
One bug that they not embracing is the desync.
What's that?
Yeah, exactly, right? So first real player I had to play in the online fantasy in the online league, and we get through like the first quarter, and I went to go hike the ball, and it said you have been desynced, and I'm like, what? Not kicked. Internet didn't drop. Nothing. And the game had been super laggy, super chuggy. Okay. He got Comcast, I got Comcast. We both got good bandwidth. I'm on the hard line, he on the hard line. Play anything else, do anything else is good. And so we started the game over. Boom, boom, boom. We got to the second quarter. He went to go hike the ball, desync. We was like, what? We was like, it was like 11:30 at night. We was like, all right, we'll come back. We'll play later. We don't want to mess with it. So I looked online, and the only thing that I could find that EA had said to fix it were me and him had different settings, and it had something to do with like the drawings that you see on defense when you pull your defense animation up to see your play and your defense setting and all that stuff. I mean, I haven't had it again, but just for that to happen, to happen 2 times in a row between me and another guy, and there wasn't like an internet lag issue. It was like EA Madden issues. It threw me off. It messed me up because I was getting ready to make a comeback. I was going to do something real nice.
Right.
I ended up losing the game anyway. He dude's pretty good, man. He beat me up. That's my rant. But other than that, I got an Xbox One. I tried Rise. Rise is real pretty. Not a lot of different move sets on the animation, especially with the it's got like a quick time event animation type of deal. When you get guys down to a certain energy level, you getting ready to take them out. But Rise is cool. It looked good. It's some of that, We Are Sparta 300 type of feel.
Hey, and then, I like that movie, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And then Dead Rising, the zombie game. I love it.
Yes.
Love
really?
It. I do.
Really?
I didn't think I was going to like it, but I love it. I don't know, man. You got like the different. I think what helped with that game is you got the different weapons that you could combine and make. You make this double weapon, and then you find another part that'll make the super double weapon, and then, the different animations with the zombie and the storyline is pretty good. And then it helped that like I'm a big Walking Dead fan.
Okay,
so I was like playing. I'm like, it's like 6 days in the game. I did day 1. I'm like, this nice. Xbox One, I like it. I'm glad I got it without the Kinect. Didn't need it. Don't need it. Don't want it. Done.
Right.
So I'm just waiting to see what happens next with the Destiny. Now that I got that, I'm gonna see if I can actually catch Trigger Rick at some point and we can get online and play. And then I don't know, man. I think that's it. A little bit of news. Batman got pushed out to June. I was sad about that.
Right. And then GTA get pushed out too, but now
GTA
I got pushed
is
back
November.
Up.
No, they just announced a month coming out in November.
I thought it got pushed to next year. I'm sorry.
No, I haven't seen anything. The only thing I saw was they announced that it's coming out in November. On the PlayStation Network, you can pre-order it, and it says November.
Okay.
So we getting there. Are you getting it?
No.
Okay. No matter how pretty it looks.
I'm done with GTA until the next one comes out. I think this was a completely a beta game. Bottom line, the single player was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay.
The online didn't turn out as well as they.
The online, they dropped the ball. A lot of DLC that was free. That's great, but you cannot promise heists and never deliver. This was a beta to me for online, and they just should have said it. And I would have had a lot more respect for them.
Okay.
And they didn't. So.
And one last thing, and then we get out of here. I know you got to go. Saints Row 4.
Listen, Saints Row 4 right now is a great game. Love it to death. I love this game. All right, I do. But I did see the next DLC they're coming out with.
It's a little off-putting to me.
It is very.
Why not go back to Saints Row 3?
Why not?
Had a mega hit.
Why would you want to take your game into hell? Who wants to bring this game into their house? That's my thing.
It's very off-putting.
I can't.
It's already bad enough. Like, yeah, okay, I'm killing people like on a game.
Yeah,
it's already bad enough. Like, all right, it's a game, so you kind of it's a mental thing, yeah, right? Once you get past that, and you're like, it's a game, and it whatever. You don't take it literal.
Well, look, Saints Row 3, yes, because it was real. Saints Row 4, being in like the Matrix, and you're killing people didn't make me feel bad at all because it wasn't real people.
Yeah.
I love that part of it because it actually kind of gave me a break. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They did some great things in this game. But this Dick's DLC about fighting Satan and being in hell, and I'm not bringing that BS into my house.
When I saw it, I was like, "Ooh, new Saints Row!" I was ready.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
He was like, "Goes to hell," and I was like, "I'm not going to hell." Not even to fight. Why would I want to go?
Yeah, and you know what, Jay? This is going to be a fail for them. They're going to get a small amount of people who don't care about that stuff going to play it. But as far as Saints Row, this is going to be a failure for them. I really believe
my only excitement out of it was just that they announced that they're releasing Saints Row 4, the original Saints Row 4 on the next gen consoles. I just want to see how it looked. That's my only thing. I want to see how it looks.
Graphics, because they clean their graphics up some.
Because to me, it looked good on the consoles. A lot of the things that they did you lock your frame rate to the 30 seconds?
I don't know.
if you go to display and you lock your frame rate,
okay,
it actually smooths it out a lot.
All right, I'll do that because the graphics were a little bit off-putting. I think we talked about that.
Yeah, did you turn the film grain off?
I turned the film grain off.
Okay, now it should have been an option to lock it to 30 seconds.
Okay, so I'll look at that.
Yeah.
But that new DLC, I won't be playing it.
Nah, I'm not.
I don't play games like The Devil May Cry, and I just don't mess with that stuff for personal reasons. But it's heartbreaking because, like I said, this is such a great game that I thoroughly enjoy. I just enjoy it 10 times better than GTA.
I just didn't get it.
It's such a weird direction.
It is. I was like,
it's such a weird direction to go.
Fail for me. Fail for me. Any last little notes? We're going to get up out of here.
Yeah, so again, this was a short episode. We're going to call this our Destiny review preview part 1. On the next episode, we will go into a little bit more detail after Davench has been able to play the game a little bit more. Me, I'm going to try to get up maybe to level 20 or something, just to give you guys a little bit more insight about the game because, again, right now, after the beta, I was excited about Destiny. Now that I've got my hands on it, some of that glamour and glimmer or whatever you want to call it has worn off. But again, Jay, you said it first. You said it right. And you said it in the beginning of the show. This is a journey. So I really need to get on this journey before I really make any more comments about this game. You know,
got to be fair. And a lot of the review websites are doing that too. They spending a lot of time on the game. They don't want to drop a review day one and say this is what we done.
Right.
Smart move. I think it's because other people who dropping reviews just to be first. Oh, it's a 6, it's a 7. Like, how long you had the game for?
Right.
Did you really get to experience what they were trying to do?
Right, and we know they got a lot more stuff coming. They dropped $500 million into this game. We have not played $500 million worth of Destiny. I guarantee you haven't done that yet. 2
downloads coming up for the game. Everybody keeps saying the regular campaign is short. I don't know if I'm gonna do the online competitive multiplayer. I just want to treat it like a sci-fi Borderlands, even though Borderlands is sci-fi as hell. Right.
Yeah, I play a little bit of the Crucible, and the Crucible is fast paced, man. You got to go in there. I'm not gonna go back into it until I'm a level 20 and feel like I can compete because.
Do they put you in matches with just whoever, or?
Hey, you can get your head beat in, cuz. You come in there short, homie. I'm just letting you know. You can come in there and some cats going to be ranked up.
Yeah.
You like, Zach, I don't even belong here. I'm gone. You're going to turn right back around. So,
Power Pellet Podcast. Y'all can catch us on Twitter, YouTube, Stitcher, iTunes. Search us up, Power Pellet Podcast. If you want to reach us out, if you want to leave a comment, join the conversation. Definitely email us, powerpelletpodcast@gmail.com. I am your co-host, Davench. I'm also on Twitter, Davench Toonami. Go ahead, AkimboMerc, what you got?
I am your co-host, AkimboMerc. Again, we're on Facebook. There's a Power Pellet podcast group. I update it daily. Daily, I'm hitting you guys with information about the video game industry. That is a great page to find. Davench himself, he takes care of the Twitter page. So there is a Power Pellet podcast Twitter. You hit us there. That's it. Again, this was a shorty. You know what I'm saying? This was a midget.
Let's make a Destiny clan. Can we get a Power Pellet Destiny clan? Can we make one up?
Yeah, I think we can do that. I'll work on that.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Power Pellet Podcast. We appreciate y'all joining us. Destiny preview episode number 14. We'll catch y'all next time.
Was it 14?
14.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Peace.